Hi, I'm Sean Ray, and this is your Dallas Real Estate News Update. Our first story, Austin plans to solve its homeless problem with 3D printed homes. This story comes to us from Shonda Novak over at The Statesman, and there's a company down there, it's a tech firm called Icon, and they've come up with the Vulcan, which now they've upgraded to the Vulcan 2, which is a 3D printing machine, which is like cutting edge technology. You can print 3 homes at the same time, 500 square foot floor plans, and they can be done in less than 27 hours. So imagine you can print out all these homes. They plan on doing 300 homes just 20 minutes south of Austin, and they can just pop those out left and right with no problems at all and super low cost. Now, this is going to be kind of a way for the company to give back, kind of as a proof of concept, because once they have these 300 homes, they can scale that out nationwide for other projects. This particular project is going to be a community first project, and this is an initiative for people that are off drugs but are homeless. They can come to this area and they have all sorts of farming and support systems, and they give them free housing and stuff like that. So I love this. If I lived in Austin, I would probably have something to do with this company in some way or other, just because I love what they stand for. Story number 2, Houston, Dallas, Bullet Train 2026. Let's talk about it. Doug Bagley from the Houston Chronicle just recently announced that there is an Italian company that's partnered with Texas Central, the company in charge of doing the Dallas-Houston Bullet Train deal. They just announced they're going to do a $14 billion deal to make this happen. Now, I know you guys might be getting excited about a 90-minute train from here to Houston, 240 miles per hour, but we've been excited about this for forever. And now they're saying 2026. They already have the corridor figured out. They know exactly the Shinkansen trains they're going to be using out of Japan. It should all be laid out super easy, right? Barely an inconvenience. But there's a whole bunch of people along that corridor that are homeowners that they are not happy about it at all. They just for government regulation, they can't do it next to any of these other urban centers, so the path that they can get there is only through their neighborhoods. And then something flying by their neighborhoods at 240, 260 miles per hour, that is not safe for kids riding around on bikes, if you ask me. Now, I'm pretty hard to kill, but 240 miles an hour, that might leave a dent. Story number 3. Is this the end of Airbnb investing in Dallas, Texas? Well, we'll find out today. Miss Teresa Woodard from WFAA happened to mention how there was a meeting over in East Dallas recently with all the homeowners that are super pissed off about all these people buying homes that are... East Dallas is very effective for buying Airbnb properties, but all these people that are buying these properties over there for $100,000 to $300,000 and then flipping them into event Airbnb spaces. Now, no one's upset about there being someone that owns a house and renting out an extra room for Airbnb, or if you have a home in the back, renting that out for Airbnb. But it's people like, I'll admit it myself, that buy these 3, 4-bedroom, 5-bedroom houses, and they allow big old events to come in and parties to come in and have 50 to 100 people once or twice a week just throw massive parties, and then it's just pissing off all the neighbors around. And I've always thought about that as an Airbnb investor myself. I'm like, man, I'm killing it, but at the same time, I feel bad for these neighbors that have been there for forever, and they just have to constantly deal with all these young people going nuts and having crazy-ass parties at my spot. And so it's tough. Right now, there's only like 83 registered Airbnb investors, but there's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds in town. And so I don't know how Dallas is going to regulate this, but they're coming up with the AI system that's going to, so we'll hopefully work all this stuff out soon. Story number 4. Apartments and multifamily housing adds billions and billions of dollars to Dallas economy. This story comes to us from Steve Brown from Dallas Morning News, and what he talks about is that there's 1.3 million people in DFW living in apartment complexes right now. And that's just because there's over 100,000 jobs being added to the economy every single year. And then out of those jobs, just under 430,000 of those jobs are in the apartment community somehow or other, somehow related to it. And that brings in $96 billion in revenue a year to DFW. That's insane. There's also $8.4 billion in construction costs. What? 5th and final story. Move over uptown because Central is coming. This comes to us from Steve Brown from Dallas Morning News. And what he talks about is how all the growth from West Village and Uptown is about to move all over to the other side of the highway between Carroll and Haskell. I don't know if you guys know that big old tower that's right there next to City Place. You might know City Place Heights over there. You might know 2660 City Place, the Kroger, for anybody that like fast food, Whataburger's over there, Target, all that stuff. But basically all the stuff on the north side of Haskell is all going to get demolished, flattened out, and it's going to become the new hotspot in town. Kind of like how West Village is all being built up right now. It's going to be on the flip side of 75. It's going to be all new retail, all new apartments, high rises, office spaces, condos. There's going to be all sorts of restaurants and new entertainments and bars. And so this is a big push by De La Vega, and they basically bought all the area in that area. They bought the entire place out from Trammell Crow. So they have huge plans. They want to start construction next year. If all goes well, Dallas will have a brand new hot spot to check out. All right, guys, thank you so much for checking out this week's Dallas Real Estate News Update. Again, I'm Sean Ray with Sean Ray Realty. If you didn't know, now you know. Make sure to like, subscribe, share, comment below. If you watch this all the way through and you're pissed off for some reason, make sure that you roast me below. I don't know why you watch videos that make you upset, but I love getting roast comments for some reason that make me giggle. I'll roast you back. And if you guys want to see more information like this, you can also jump over to my Instagram at Sean Ray Realty. It's the hashtag over there. And then also check the description below that has the links to all the original articles by Steve Brown and also the people from the Statesman, and over there the Houston Chronicle as well. We had some pretty cool stories this week, so make sure to show them some love. But other than that, see you guys next week, and click on this little circle thing to subscribe, and then there should be some boxes over here. Last week's news, maybe even a playlist of last week's news and all the news. I don't know, whatever. See you guys. Hey, by the way, if you need an apartment,